Guys, so we got a ton of new content in MLB The Show, a new BR program, as well as the new Nike City Connect program for the Houston Astros, as well as a big new headliner. We're going to break all of that down, and I want to talk specifically about the BR program and how to handle it if you're not a top-end player. If you enjoy the content, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. All right, let's get into it. All right, guys, let's start with the new Houston Astros Nike City Connect program. This works a lot like the Washington Nationals version that we received a little bit earlier in the season, and it comes with 5 rewards, including the new Space City uniforms, which I think actually look pretty cool. The bat and the 85 Michael Brantley diamond card. If you are a no money spent player, obviously anytime that you can get a free diamond, it is going to be a plus. He hammers righties in terms of the contact up at 96. Contact against lefties is down at 75. Power at 72, and his power against lefties at 46. So he's not going to do a ton of work at the dish for you, but nonetheless, he's a pretty good defender. And again, a free card for you if you are struggling to find an outfielder. He does have left field and right field eligibility. To complete it, it's the exact same as the Washington Nationals version. You've got a bunch of moments that will get you started, and then you've got missions to get some parallel points with certain cards with the Astros, as well as that Brantley, and then you can do exchanges to speed things up as well. I wouldn't do the exchanges unless you absolutely need to. You know, obviously, when you do the exchanges, guys, it doesn't work like collections. You will literally lose those players. So if you're going to do exchanges, make sure you go to the Live Series collection and you haven't completed Live Series. Collect all of the players that you have available. That way, only duplicates will show up for you. We also got a new headliner in the 92 Diamond Vita Blue, who is always a rough pitcher to go up against in this game. He is the new headliner pack. We're going to go ahead and rip this for the video, and we'll see if we can pull him. That would be sweet, but here we go. I don't ever have any luck. We'll take... Ooh, I'm big on these Milwaukee Brewer jerseys. And let's go. We got him. Okay, so also got Eric Davis as well as Wagner. We are going to go with Vita Blue here. We'll take a look at his attributes. He's got 123 stamina. Obviously very good as a starter if you're going to play a lot of ranked. Hits per 9 at 86, Ks per 9 at 73, and then the velocity at 86 and break at 92. I'm not going to lie, it's his delivery that is always going to set him apart from other players. His fastball up at 97, curveball at 81, changeup at 80, slider at 85, and the two-seamer at 94. The fastball and changeup velocity difference is nuts, especially when you consider the delivery that he has on it. The pitch control on the fastball and the curveball are very, very good, 95 and 90 respectfully. Pitch break on the fastball and curveball, both at 92. So obviously, always one of the better cards just due to that delivery alone, and someone that you should take a look at if you're struggling to find starting pitching. Right now, he's at about 26,000. That should come down a little bit before he's out of packs, but a very, very good card. We also got a brand new Conquest as the face of the franchise. East Conquest was released, so much like the Central and the West that came before it, this will allow you to get the prospect packs from each of the leagues. So if you complete some of the map, you will get an AL East prospect. You keep going, you'll get a National League prospect pack, and again, this is for the Eastern divisions. Now, I will say this, I want to mention why these are important, guys, and I've talked about this a lot. You're going to see in a couple weeks when the first player program comes out that's a 99 overall, and I've talked about this a lot in prior videos, but you will need a majority of these prospect cards to actually complete the voucher and then actually turn it into help you get the new 99, whatever it may be. So as you can see here, I have a ton of the prospect cards. I still don't have Otto Lopez, Blaze Jordan, and DL Hall from the American League East. I'm going to be doing that conquest to try and get these cards in there so that I can get as many as I can before going into that first player program. So something to keep in mind, guys. Definitely worth doing to get all of these prospects, because this is an easy one to get done for free when it comes to the voucher for future player programs. And lastly, guys, we've got the new Battle Royale 2 program. This one will go for another 27 days, so you've got about a month to complete it, and we're going to talk about completing it in just a little bit again. I do want to go over some of the packs that you can get in terms of the bronze, silver, and gold players from the BR program. This Glavin, for example, his stats are awful, but he throws so soft, and it's such a sweeping break on his sweeping curve and his slider change, and the fastball, when you mix it in with those pitches, it makes him very tough to hit in small doses. So if you are someone who has you're no money spent, you're really struggling to find any sort of pitching, this Tom Glavine at 71 is actually kind of difficult to hit in small doses. You've got Nelson Cruz's rookie card with the power against lefties at 88. Again, could be a decent bench bat for you if you are struggling to find any sort of useful players. You've got Anthony Rendon as well as the rookie Altuve in that bronze pack. The silver one does come with Corbin Burns, and this Corbin Burns card is actually pretty decent. Again, 79 overall, hits per 9 at 91. Fastball at 95. He has a cutter, sinker, and slider, as well as a curveball. And obviously, we talked about this in prior videos. Sinker and cutter are two of the most overpowered or most popular pitches and very difficult to go up against. He's got good velocity and break. This actually is a pretty good reliever card for you, regardless of your team. And then Juan Soto, Sean Green, and Barry Larkin. And then in the gold pack, you've got Garrett Cole, Yasmani Grandal, who is, again, if you don't have a catcher, this could be a great catcher for you right out of the gate. Tony Watson and Byron Buxton. The Garrett Cole card, not bad at all. He's got the sinker and the fastball at 95, the slider at 88, and the knuckle curve down to 81. Anytime that you've got a big variance in velocity like that, that is always going to be a big plus, especially when the velocity is up at 99. The lower diamond card for this program is the 92 Ron Santo, third base with shortstop eligibility and pretty good hitting stats all the way around. Contact at 92, 84 on the contact against lefties, and then power is 80 and 71. Fielding is very good, fielding up at 88, arm at 92, and then okay speed at 61. Again, if you are someone who can't find a decent third baseman, you are no money spent, this is, again, a very, very good option for you if you are looking for a third baseman. However, if you're looking for a third baseman, go buy Live Series Jose Ramirez, just saying. And then the two new flawless rewards are the 92 Oral Hershiser and the 92 Jason Giambi. Now, I'm going to talk first about Jason Giambi. This card, I've used him for 5 at-bats. 3 hits, 3 home runs. This guy is one of the nicest swings that I've used in this game so far. The only issue is that if you have a very good team, it is awfully difficult to get rid of Frank Thomas. However, if you use someone like Votto, like I do off the bench for that kind of righty killer card, Jason Giambi is probably going to replace him because he's a lot better against lefties. But man, yeah, this card's swing is ridiculous. Definitely a very, very good card for you for anyone that is lacking a first baseman. But then probably the more popular pick for this program is the 92 Oral Hershiser. Again, he's got that kind of funky delivery. Hits per 9 at 94. Ks per 9 at 84. And then that break at 94 as well. Good stamina, obviously. Sinker at 92. Cutter at 89. And then curveball and changeup in the mid-70s. Again, that discrepancy in velocity is always going to be a huge plus. Sinker's control is up at 90. And the pitch break is at 89. So, not dominant stats, but still definitely a very good starting pitcher card. And there's been quite a few, or there hasn't been very many good starting pitchers that you can rely on. So, this is probably going to be the option that most people are going to want to take. I want to talk a little bit about what to do if you are not someone who is going to go 12-0 like myself. I'm almost done the program, and my highest reward, the highest wins I've ever gotten was 9. So let's talk about some of the missions and what you should do to tackle them. First of all, when you are drafting, and if you are drafting quite a few times because you can only get a few wins, you want to make sure that you are picking the same cards. Don't spread it out. So, for example, Glavine, it is now guaranteed that you will get to choose one of these players in each of the drafts, which is a huge quality of life improvement. But just stick to one, and then make sure that you keep doing that one until it is complete. You will get the 4 rewards for completing each one of these. When it comes to pitchers, guys, if it is not a dominant pitcher, so if you can't if you can't pitch with Tom Glavine very well, and again, he's a 71 overall player, so it's not like a lot of people can, make sure that you don't use him until you're at the 1-loss game, okay? So if you are getting blown out, okay, that is when you want to throw Tom Glavine or whoever you're struggling with as a pitcher to get it done. That is probably the best way to do this. Again, if you are trying to win with him and you're not very good pitching, it's just going to be very difficult for you. So if you are trying to complete a pitcher that is not very good for you, make sure that you do it either when you're losing by a lot or you've already lost that first game. Next up, you want to focus on the 3 wins. Go all out to try and get at least 3 wins. Obviously, it's going to cost you 1,500 stubs to enter into a Battle Royale every single time. If you can get to 3 wins, you get 500 stubs each time you get a win, plus you get the card. So you will at least get your stubs back, which is very important, so make sure that you remember that. And lastly, I want to talk about gameplay philosophy when you're playing Battle Royale, and again, you're not a very strong player. Something that I've learned is you're obviously going to go up against a lot of bronze and silver pitching for the most part. A lot of people can't control that, guys. If there is ever a time to wait until 2 strikes before you actually try to get a hit or actually pay attention to what's going on, BR is it, especially early on if you're losing games, because you're playing players who have also lost. Something that has really helped me during this program is waiting till 2 strikes, because a lot of pitchers, they just can't paint the corner. Obviously, you're going to get those BR demons that are ridiculous with bronze pitchers that can just Picasso every single part of the zone. But for the most part, a lot of guys can't hit the corners consecutively when pitching. So make sure that I would recommend, if you are struggling, wait until 2 pitches every single at bat. I don't care if they go 0-2 right away. That's fine. Now, the other thing you want to pay attention to is pick a spot in the zone. I like to use up and in because it's where a lot of players will go, especially ones that aren't that great at the game. Up and in the zone, I just wait for that pitch. That is it. That is the only pitch that I'll go for, especially with players that are, silver and bronze that are in your lineup. I find this has been the best way to guarantee myself hits or wins. So again, something to consider if you are using one of the mission cards. So let's say you're trying to get everything done with the Juan Soto card. Again, don't try and chase every card. A lot of people will know that you're trying to get those missions done and won't give you anything to hit. So again, wait till 2 strikes, and then I would sit up and in. That has really helped me. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below if that has helped if that's going to help your game. But I'm curious to hear what you think of all the new content that has come out today. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you next time. Have a good one.